to have a good mental health, you have to observe your fitness, you have to observe what you are eating, you have to be around people, you have to talk, you have to do therapy, as Monty said, you have to do yoga, you have to take time to yourself. And as you know, right now we live in a digital world. People are always on their screens, people are always on Instagram, people are always on YouTube. They're always comparing themselves with others. Someone will go on Instagram and see their friends or their families, they're on vacation, they're living a good life. But what they don't know, that's just a highlight of someone's life. Someone will become depressed. They'll think like, oh, why is this guy doing this? And I'm just here, just chilling at home, doing nothing. This guy of my age, he has achieved a lot. He has a car, he has a house, and I don't have a house. That's how you become depressed. So to take care of your mental health, you should always have a digital detox. Stay away from social media for some time. Just enjoy life and be thankful with what you have.
I feel like it's a very deep topic, and I feel like for us to cover more on this, I would really love for us to find a specialist we can invite to our podcast, because mental health determines a lot in our life.
Yeah.
If your mental health is not right, I don't think you can work right.
True.
And if you treat your mental health right, you're most likely going to be happy. Talking about looking at other people, that's one of the main things that can stop someone from becoming successful. Is just comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself. What did you do yesterday? What am I doing today? I said this on my previous episode with Tracy. I don't want to repeat myself. Compare yourself to yourself. But I don't want to get too deep into this because it will become a very deep topic. But one day we shall find someone special and make sure they're big to talk more mental health, because we want our viewers' mental health to be very well, our mental health to be well.
True.
And you never know what someone's dealing on the back of their head, or the back of the screen.
Yeah.
What I post is what I want you to see. You don't see what I don't want you to see. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So either I'm grinding, either I'm going through something, or either the life is just not lifing in the moment.
Yeah.
So whatever you see of someone posting, whether it be a girl or a man, or someone who's very rich, how do they get their wealth? Did they show you that? No, they didn't. So ask yourself why. Now, instead of sitting on your phone and just looking at that, you figure that out and then go grind.
It's true. And what I realized is most people, they never post their struggles on social media.
Never.
You know why? Because it doesn't get the likes. On this podcast, we are working day and night behind the scenes, making sure the videos come out. But if we share that, no one will like it. We only share the achievements. We only share, today you have 1,000 subscribers. We only share the good stuffs. We never share the bad stuffs. So you should be aware of that next time you're on Instagram. People don't post their failures. They only post their wins. So whenever you're in a dark spot, you're not alone. We are all together. So if there's any mental health expert watching this video, just reach out.
We'd really love to have you in this episode.
Yeah, because it's a very deep topic.
Coming to the reason why we started MYOD podcast, and coming to the third part of how to become a top 1% person, is the legacy that you want to leave behind. There was a time and day I was walking around with Musa, and I asked him, for you to determine that you're very successful in life, what is it? Is it the millions? Is it the cars? Is it the houses? And Musa told me something that was very unique and something that was very different. I don't know if he remembers, but it's something that stuck with me, and it also keeps pushing me to do this podcast. He said, for me to consider myself successful, I want more than 1 million people to be successful with me and to say, Musa helps me in such a way. Whether it be the money, whether it be with knowledge, whether it be with different gems they can give out. When he said that, it opened my mindset. It was like, why do you want money? Why do you want cars? Why do you want houses if you can't give it back to the people? Look upon every people that's at the top. They have their own way of giving back, and there's a reason for that. Even in the religion, they say, the more you give back, the more you get. The more blessings that you want, just give back. The other day I was with my friend, and it was a very simple example I gave. I was like, if I was to give you 10,000 right now, how would you see it? I was like, it's just 10,000. Just go buy, let's say, for example, Chips CI. But for example, if you give the 10,000 to someone on the streets, I promise you, until tomorrow, they'll be praying for you. And there's a reason for that. Now imagine helping 100 people like that. The blessings that you get are different. That comes to become the top 1% person. What legacy do you want to leave behind? I remember, Musa, I don't want to speak too much on it. There was a time our friend's dad passed away.
True.
I'm not sure if you were there, but in our religion, we take the person to the cemetery and then we bury them. Usually there's a car for that. And it was a distance for like 10, 15 kilometers. But the people had so much love for him that they decided to carry him and walk 10, 15 kilometers. It was 2 p.m. It was very hot. And for the people who live in Dar, know the heat that heats in Dar. And I asked myself, why are people doing this when there's a car that could take him? Asking around is because of the legacy he left behind, of the people he helped, of how he was with people. Now, for you to become a top 1% person, you can't just sit there and when a person walks, you're very rude. When you speak to your waiter, you're very rude. Whatever you do, and Musa once told me, whenever you see someone speaking rude to a person, to a waiter, for example, determines more who they are. He also said that if you're in their shoes, they'll disrespect you the same way. Is that a really top 1% person? Comment down below what you guys think. But I feel like I'm getting too deep. let Musa explain more of the legacy, because I feel like if I talk legacy, I won't stop. There's different ways to leave a legacy behind.
Yeah. There's a saying which say that we rise by lifting others. So if you are rising all by yourself, man, that's not being a top 1%. And don't get fooled. Most people say it's lonely at the top. Man, it's never lonely at the top if you lift others and you go to the top with them. And there are a lot of ways that you can do that. There's a lot of ways that you can give back to your people. You can give back to the society. Because what's success if you are alone? What's life if you are enjoying it all by yourself? You have to give back. And how can you give back? You can give back in terms of knowledge. You can teach people about what you know so that they can be educated. Also, they can level up. As you know, on this podcast, we always provide gems to you guys. We always teach people about anything that we can find valuable. Apart from just teaching people, you can also give back by doing philanthropy. You can also give back by helping poor people. You can also give back by helping orphans. That's how you become a top 1% man. It's not just about having more money. It's not just about being successful by yourself. You can do community service as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have money to give back, you can give your time to help people. So there are a lot of ways that you can give back. If you want us to talk about this in one single episode, just tell us, comment down below. We'll explain everything on how to give back to the community. But it's very, very important if you want to become a top 1% man.
With that being said, one of the ways to give back is mentorship. Now, the first 3 people that DM us, we will give free mentorship for a whole week, whatever they want to know from us, whatever they want to learn, free gems to those people. But it has to be the first 3 people. And I promise, you will get a 15-minute call with us. Could be one of us. Whatever question you want to ask, whatever help you want us to give. And I promise you, with that same week, you want to come to our studio? Come. You want to use our studio for free? Come. That's not a problem. As long as you're subscribed, as long as you follow us, and as long as you have one of the first 3 people to DM us. Now, Musa, I will take that accountability. It will be down on me. So if there's any payments to make for the studio, if there's any payments to make to the director, I will do it. That's one other way I would like for this episode for you guys to understand, to give back to the people.
Yeah, man. We're always together, and I'm with you in that. And if you're watching and you want to give back, just like this video. A simple like is a give back. You never know, your like can push this video to some other people. You never know how many people are going to see this video just because you liked it. So if you're feeling generous today, just like this video and comment. As Monty said, he's going to give free mentorship. So just DM us, comment down below, mentorship, and you'll be eligible to get that mentorship. So another way that you can leave legacy in this world is by inspiring others. The more people you inspire, the more and the bigger your legacy is. And how do you inspire others? There are a lot of ways that you can do that. You can either write a book, let's say, about something. Even if you're dead, that book is going to live forever. Or you can just share your stories. In this day and age, it's very easy to inspire others. It's very easy to share your stories. You can even start just a YouTube channel, or you can start a blog, write articles that explains about your journey, about your successes, about your challenges. You never know who you're going to inspire. For example, on this channel, we talk a lot, we help people a lot. A lot of people actually send us very good messages that, something that you said about marketing really inspired me to become a marketer. You talked about something about, let's say, networking. It really inspired me. I really became good at networking with people. So inspiring others is one thing that can get you to the top 1%. So don't ignore this. Whenever you're facing, just share it with others. Whether you're successful, how did you achieve the success? As you can see, a lot of people who are successful, a lot of billionaires, let's say Elon Musk, he's always on podcasts. Or Jeff Bezos. Or, for example, the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs. Until today, he has his interviews, he has his books that lives until today, where he was sharing, providing inspiration to people. So it's very important to give people any kind of inspiration that you have. You never know who will watch it. You never know who is going to read your book. Just do it. That's how you become a top 1% man. So one last bonus point on how to become a top 1%, and it might be probably one of the most important points, is you have to know how to manage your finances. Because a lot of people say, oh, money is not important, but still they work every day. They go to work 9 to 5 working for money. So without knowing how to manage your finances, you can never become a top 1% man. You have to know the difference between assets and liabilities. You have to know how to budget. You have to know how to make money, how to spend money. That's very, very important, because without money, this life is going to be very tough for you. And we have talked a lot of ways on how you can make money. We have talked about a lot of ways on how you can manage finances on this channel. So if you want to learn about that, let me not say too much. Just scroll down to our past videos. I'm sure you'll find a way to make money. I'm sure you'll learn the differences between assets and liabilities. I'm sure you'll learn how to budget. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot about money. As you know, this podcast is also a money podcast, and we love talking about money, although a lot of people get uncomfortable when you talk about money. But anyways, money is very important, but it's not everything, but it's very, very important, because without money, you cannot even take care of your loved ones. Without money, you cannot even buy food. So yeah, learn about money, and that's how you become a top 1%. I don't think there's any guy who is in top 1% and they don't have money. It's very difficult.
As you said, money is not everything, but it's very important. You can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of others. You can't call yourself a top 1% person if you're not hustling, if you're not grinding, if you're not different from others. With that being said, we've talked about how to become a top 1% man. This episode started very softly, and finally we went so deep. deep why and made me realize that becoming a top 1% person requires a lot. And it also doesn't require a lot if you look at it. Is if you put your mindset to it, you will change. If you put your skill sets to it, you will change. If you network with other people, you will change. If you're physically well, you will change. If you find a way to leave a legacy behind, you'll change. Think about the likes of Muhammad Ali. Think about the likes of different people that have passed away, but the legacies still live on. And those are the people that we call top 1% people, is because they had different skill sets that they gave out to others. They left that legacy behind. They were different people. They learned a lot of stuff, but they gave back to the people. Giving back to the people doesn't have to be about money. It could be the knowledge. It could be something very small. You could give them someone a little bracelet. They will think highly of you. Now, becoming a top 1% person isn't about the money. It's about your mindset. It's about how you put yourself. It's about how you sit there and someone say, this person is very different. When someone speaks, you don't shout. You're very calm. It's not easy, don't get me wrong. Even sometimes we get wrong, but it's about how you compare yourself yesterday and today. As long as you do that, you're well and good. Now, to end this episode, my one advice to you is that don't compare yourself to anyone. You will ruin your success, as Musa said.
Just remember that becoming top 1% man doesn't just happen overnight. It involves a lot of failures. So just enjoy your journey to become a top 1% man and never ever give up. That's the most important thing that you should do. Never give up. It's going to be filled with bumps. It's going to be filled with ups and downs. Just never give up and stay focused until you become a top 1% man.
With that being said, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.